everybody, it's the Warhipster here, coming at you with another Contrast Plus painting tutorial for the Skaven. Yes, we are back with yet another character of the Skaven. We have the Warlock Galvaneer here, sent to me early by Games Workshop to build up and paint with all of you, and that is exactly what we are doing today. And, well, I really like this guy. I think he's a neat little piece. So, we're going to jump in and start painting him. He has been primed in Grey Seer, and the colour we're going to be using first is Sigvald Burgundy, and we're going to be applying this over the top of the Galvaneer's robe. It's a good word, Galvaneer. Just thinking that. I like it. With all that Sigvald Burgundy applied, we're then going to take some Black Legion, and we're going to apply this over top of all of our Galvaneer's armour. With all that Black Legion applied, we're then going to take some Magos Purple. I'm going to apply this over the top of our Galvaneer's tail. And with that Magos Purple all applied, we're then going to take some Guilliman Flesh, and we're going to apply this over top of all of the fur and flesh of our Galvaneer. Whilst we're waiting for all that to dry, what we're going to do is we're going to take some Terradon Turquoise, and we're going to apply this over the top of all of the cables. So with that all done, the skin should now be dry. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some Wyldwood, and we're going to apply this over the top of all of the fur. With that all done, we're then going to take some Cygor Brown. We're going to apply this over top of the leather details. So we've got this one little strap under the chin. Like that. And we have the belt. as well as the grip of the dagger. And then next up we're going to take some Gore-Grunta Fur, and we're going to apply this over the top of the teeth, the nose, the inside of the ear, and the claws. So with that all done, we're now going to take some Dark Angel's Green, and we're going to apply this over the top of the cables. Just going to give us a really lovely dark turquoisey green. Just like that. However, what we're also going to do with the Dark Angel's Green is we're going to apply this over the top of this doohickey back here, like so, and we're also going to apply this over the top of the crystals, well, warpstone. So with that all done, we're now going to take some thinned down Iron Warriors, and we're going to apply this over top of all of our remaining details. And as always with this Skaven, there are going to be some alternate metallics, but the Iron Warriors acts as a really nice base. So we're just going to get this all over the top, and then we'll come back to do those optional ones. Optional? I mean, they are optional. What I meant to say was alternative. So with that all done, we're now going to take some thinned down Runelord Brass, and we're going to apply this over top of, well, basically anywhere that's a large ball. So we've got this one here, like that, naturally. We've got the actual underside of the weapon here as well, like so. We're going to be applying this over the top of the kind of firing assembly of the gun, and over the top of this section, this section as well. So with that all done, what we're now going to do is going to take some Gryph-Hound Orange, and we're going to apply this over the top of a couple of little details. So we're going to apply this over the top of this large drum here on the gun. Like so. We've got the other bit as well. We're also going to apply this over the top of the kind of base area of the firing mechanism. like that. And we're going to apply this over top of this drum. So with that all done, we're now going to add some shades, and the first of these is going to be some Agrax Earthshade. I'm going to apply this over the top of all of our metallics. And with all that Agrax Earthshade applied, we then take some Carroburg Crimson. I'm going to use this to shade the robe. So with that all done, our Warlock Galvaneer is now what I would call a Warhipster battle ready. However, we are, of course, not going to leave it there. No, we're going to take it to the next level. We're going to do this by adding some highlights. Now, the first one we're going to do is we're going to take some thinned down Stormvermin Fur. I'm going to use this to highlight all of the black. With all that Stormvermin Fur applied, we're then going to take some thinned down Administratum Grey. I'm going to use this to add a couple of little spot highlights to the sharpest corners in all the black. So with that all done, we're now going to take some thinned down pink horror. I'm going to use this to highlight the robe. With that done, we're then going to take some Fulgrim Pink, and we're going to apply this to the sharpest points in all the robe. That's a sentence that doesn't make much sense, but you get it. So with that all done, what we're now going to do is going to take some thinned down Flayed One Flesh, and we're going to use this to highlight the Galvaneer's skin. So with that now done, what we're going to do is going to take some thinned down Karak Stone, and we're going to use this to add some little dots spot highlights, if you will, to all of our Wyldwood. So the fur. Like that sort of thing. And we're also going to use this to pick out the teeth. Just like that sort of thing. And with that Karak Stone applied, we're then going to take some Screaming Skull, and we're just going to use this to add a little spot highlight to the teeth. Just like that. So with that all done, what we're now going to do is we're going to take some thinned down Moot Green, and we're going to use this to highlight our warp stone and our cables. However, what we're also going to do here is we're going to draw a little bit of a kind of lightning thing going on. Where the kind of energy trail meets that ball joint. So I'm just gonna, from about here, like that sort of thing. And then we're going to continue it around on the other side. Like that sort of thing. Not very much, but just enough. With that Moot Green all applied, we're then going to take some thinned down Flash Gitz Yellow, and we're going to use this to add some spot highlights to the warp stone. Like that sort of thing. However, on our lightning area, we're also going to take some Flash Gitz Yellow and add some little spot highlights where the lightning interjects with each other. With that all done, we're then going to take some Tesseract Glow, and we're going to apply this over the top of the lightning areas. Like that, and then we're going to apply this in a couple of different areas as well. So around the kind of lightning on the back here, we're going to apply this all over the top of the base units. Like that. We want to apply it in any gaps on any of the cables. For example, like this one here. And we're also going to apply it kind of leaking out of this joint here. Like so. We'll do the same thing there and there as well. Yeah, there's a lot of Tesseract Glow that you can apply. It's really kind of up to you how much you do and don't do. So with that all done, we're now going to take some thinned down Ironbreaker, and we're going to use this to highlight all the silver. So with that then done, what we're going to do is we're going to take some thinned down Canoptek Alloy, and we're going to use this to highlight our brassy bits. And finally, just to finish things off, what we're going to do is we're going to take some thinned down Hashut Copper. I'm going to use this to highlight our orangey bits. And so with the base now complete in our traditional Sterland Mud and Tyrant Skull dry brush, our Warlock Galvaneer is now finished. He's a really neat little Warlock to have as part of all of your kind of, the entire raft of Warlocks that we've had with the new Skaven stuff. And I really like him. I can see him sort of messing about with some Globadiers. It's really cool, and I particularly like how he managed to get that gun done. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. If you enjoyed this video, you love the channel, and you'd like to support me further, you absolutely can do so by heading to patreon.com/warhipster, just like all of these wonderful, amazing people have done. And alternatively, you could become a YouTube channel member by clicking on the join button below, exactly like these fabulous folks have done, scrolling up on the screen before you. There are so many of you out there that it really takes my breath away, and I cannot thank you enough for everything you do, as without you I wouldn't be able to keep making these Contrast Plus videos. And if you really like this video and you want to send me a little thanks, just click on the thanks button just below this video. Don't forget to share it, like it, comment on it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And to make sure you stay up to date, don't forget to click the bell icon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all very soon in the next one. Happy wargaming.